Two girls, one struggle, pour it up, make it double, time to spill the tea. Tired of the dating scene, I'm just trying to find a bank. But the games they wanna play, only if it's rated R, maybe then I'll show my cards.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Look,
Welcome to Two Girls, One Struggle.
Struggle.
Started off wrong already.
Y'all know what I mean. Welcome to Two Girls, One Struggle, where we talk about our struggly day in lives.
So y'all tuned in last week, which we hope y'all did. If you haven't, go watch it after this. We was discussing the do's and don'ts to for your first session, right? So this week it was like, let's take it back a bit. Before we get to that session, we actually got to get a man, right? So how do we go about getting and obtaining a man? How do we attempt to date in this day and age? What have we been doing? Nikki's been getting us a taste of online dating. I've done it too. So let's get into that and see why we actually chose that method. So want to know, what would be your reason to choose or go the online dating route than the regular typical meet a guy at the bar, the corner store? Now everybody's talking about Whole Foods, supermarkets, all that good stuff. What made you decide to go the online dating route?
Because it's easy. like seriously, like it's easy. You could go online. It's kind of like you could do it at your convenience. Like you don't have to be outside. You know what I'm saying? And then it's COVID, right? So it's like you don't have to be like in the street trying to talk to people and stuff like that. I think it's the convenience, and then you have more people. Like it's kind of like and everything in one spot, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All the guys, all the people in one spot, as opposed to like you go to a mall, you maybe meet like a couple of people. On the dating apps now, it's like you have access to, I guess, however many people is on the platform.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was just out of convenience. And at first, like when I first went on dating apps, maybe like a year or so ago, a couple of years, I don't know. It was out of boredom.
Mm-hmm.
Boredom. We're looking for entertainment. That's it.
I feel like that's how it starts. I would say same. Originally, it was out of boredom, but then also like I would go out a lot. We used to go out like every goddamn weekend, and we just wouldn't meet men. And we'd go to the bars. You know what I'm saying? We're going places where there's music, there's men, but like we're not meeting anybody. So I'm like, why not? Let's see who's out there. Like Nikki said, it's convenient. It's a little easier. You can shoot your shot if you wanted to. So yeah, I think that was my main purpose. Like, let me see who's on these apps, if there's any potential, because they're not walking around the street how they say they are.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Originally boredom, definitely boredom. Just sitting home, watching TV, middle of the night, like you don't have nobody, your phone dry as hell. So you're like, I need some entertainment.
Actually, like rated R the game.
Yeah.
Because we were on dating apps. Why does this box feel light? We were on dating apps, and the conversation was so fucking boring. It was so boring. So I was like, all right, like we need to come up with questions that people could use. So when they're trying to get to know somebody, it's easier. We give you access to the questions so that you don't have to figure it out and you don't have to have boring ass conversation. Because I'm telling you, them apps, if you're talking to the wrong person, it's boring as fuck. So you gotta entertain yourself. To get rated R the game. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So I want to know, like for you, I think you said you're on Hinge, right? Just Hinge right now. So how did you choose? Because there's several of them. I know before I've been on BLK, I've been on POF. Don't go on POF, y'all. Sorry, POF, but don't go on there.
Well, some people some people I know got married from Plenty of Fish. Married.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's dope. Like, congrats to y'all. Shit.
I think it just depends. And sorry, guys, if my light keep going in and out. I don't know what's happening. But I think it just depends on the person that you happen to like meet, because I don't think every single person is just trying to fuck. I do think that people are trying to build, like, make genuine connections, but you just got to find those people. So it is possible, even though POF got kind of like a bad reputation.
So what made you choose Hinge? Like, how did you choose which app like you're gonna entertain this time around, or just in general?
So just from the apps that I've like used in the past, so I think I used like BLK. I had downloaded is it Bumble?
Yeah, I tried Bumble before
That
too.
shit was about you gotta pay. I was like, bye. Like,
Match.
every day I get like emails like, oh, this person, whatever, connected. I don't know what they says, but I'm like, I'm not paying for that shit. Like, no. First of all right. So I like Hinge because it's free. One, well, it does have like a paid version, but overall it's free. And I like the prompts that they have on that the people have to fill out on the page if they fill them out. So
Okay, though.
honestly, it be all the same men on all the fucking apps. Because the
No,
same
that's true.
I seen on BOK, I seen on Hinge. But you know, you get a different thing, but it's the same people. BOK, I think, was ghetto. I felt like everybody on there, like you could tell that they just wanted to like fuck, or it was just ghetto. It wasn't.
This is a ghetto. No, yeah, it definitely did get ghetto. Like Nikki said, you be seeing the same men on all apps. I've literally had like a good 10 rotation that would hit me up on all apps and forgot that they were trying to talk to me on the other app. And I'm like, yo, aren't you chatting with me on the other app? And I'm like, yo, that's so crazy. But I think like now, like right now, I'm not on anything. My last app I was on was Facebook app. And
wait, hold on. Can y'all even hear me? I'm stupid.
yeah,
Right?
we can hear you.
Like, well, I don't hear nothing. Clearly, because my AirPod's not connected to my laptop.
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah, we hear you loud and clear. Let's see.
Say
It's
something.
good. It's good now.
Let me see something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you the whole time.
They're connected now.
Okay.
Now you heard me, but I was just like, wait, why is no sound coming through the AirPods? I'm like, and I got them in, almost took them out. Okay, it's better. No, because I know you were saying the sound different, so I wanted to make sure that we matched.
Okay, yeah. The last app I was on was the Facebook dating app. I just found that probably like a couple of months ago, and I actually decided to stay on it for a while. One, because I actually did get to see a bunch of different men that I typically haven't been seeing on the other apps. Just like Hinge, they make you fill out a few prompts. You can add several pictures, so I thought that was dope. And yeah, just the variety of men. Like after a while, Hinge was my go-to because, like Nikki said, one is free. I'm only doing free apps. Like I'm not like trying to find my husband on the app, but if I did, cool. So I'm not gonna pay unless like that was my objective. And the convenience, like the variety of men that were on there. So that's why I knocked out POF. BOK's turned into POF. I've never tried Tinder just because I just heard like that was like the hookup app.
I downloaded Tinder one time and then I deleted it. I get overwhelmed. Okay, I can't keep up with conversations on one app, so I can't do multiple apps at the same time. No, it doesn't work. Like I'm serious. Like because like I will have like 10 conversations going at a time. And then like I have to remind myself, all right, go bitch, go respond, go say something back. Right. And I have to be like now I'm starting to be a lot more like intentional about it. And I'm trying to like go on every day or at least every other day. Whereas before I probably go on, I'll start a conversation. And then like after that, I'm not going on it for like a week or 2 weeks. And I come back and they like, hello. And I'm like, bye, sorry. Like so now I'm trying to be a lot more like intentional with it. But yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think that's why I deactivated my Facebook app. Like originally, like I said, I went on there because I was just bored and just trying to see what was out there. So I was kind of on it. Like my phone was dry as hell. So I was entertaining all the not all the conversations, but if I was attractive, I was definitely entertaining the conversations. But after a while, like I said, when like Nick was saying, like you just kind of get distracted, it's overwhelming. You just feel like, oh, I don't feel like checking these. And I just noticed I was coming on once or twice a week, and then you see people like, "Did you disappear on me?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't even want to respond to that."
Maybe like yes, I did.
I was like, I don't want to answer no questions. Let me just forget it. Let me just deactivate this shit. So that's what I ended up doing. But like I said, originally convenience, variety of men. I didn't want to keep seeing the same guys. Like I'm literally bumping into people I went to high school with, from my old block. Now that they jumping in your shit with people, people you seen your friends with. Some people I know, men in them up in there. So I was just like, yeah, I want to see something different. And I went to a whole other state. It kept bumping to the same men. So it was just like, damn.
So I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Because you just said you see your friends like men on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you see your friend's husband, sorry, woo, my nose just started itching. If you see like your friend's husband, sorry y'all, I feel like piece of like something just went in my nose. If you see like your friend's like boyfriend, husband, partner, somebody that they talking to on the apps, like are you telling them? Like are you hitting up your friend like, oh, I see him on the app?
Okay. So let me correct it. It was associates. But if it's my friends, yes, I'm telling them.
Okay.
Like, I'll check out there like to see if they filled it out, to see if there's anything recent. Like this particular person, she posted a picture with them two, and he had the same outfit on, and that was probably like a week or two ago, and that he had a picture by himself with that same outfit. So I'm like, oh, this is recent. I didn't tell her. I told one of my close friends that's really close to her. So if they wanted to deliver that message, because me and her don't speak like that, so it'd be weird. Like, I mean, like we say hey and what's up, we're very cordial, but for me, like, hey boo, I
just saw your name on there.
Yeah.
Right.
So I told one of my close friends. They said they're just not gonna say anything. But if it's one of my close friends, I know they want to know. So
right,
I'm telling them. I'm just screenshot it and just be like, I don't know what's going on, but this is what I found. Hopefully it's old. You gotta put that positive thing on there. Like, hopefully this is an old account, but FYI.
I don't say nothing. I mean, meaning I don't give all of that. All I do is, because I've seen it in the past, I screenshot it and I send it to the person like, oh, I seen such and such on there. That's it. I don't hope nothing. I'm just saying this is what I found. This is the screenshot. And then one of them was like, oh, because it was her fiance.
Ooh.
And was it her fiance or her husband? I think it was her fiance. And she was like, oh, we're not together anymore. We broke up. And I was like, oh, okay. And then there was another time and it was kind of like the same situation. But I know the girl, but I don't speak to her anymore. So I messaged one of my friends that I knew that was really close to her. And then she was like, oh, they not together no more. But I'm going to say something. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm going to just send a screenshot like, I saw this on a day night.
See, I do that because I know sometimes people be like, they be embarrassed too. Like, damn, especially if they didn't even want you to know they was having troubles. So most of the time people don't be sharing, like, depending how close you are, they're not going to share like we having issues. So imagine somebody you didn't even tell you having issues who see this shit and it's embarrassing. So I just kind of let them know, like, bitch, I ain't judging, but just know it's there. Like, give you a heads up, but I'm not judging. Whatever you do from here, that's on
I'm like, they know I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about it.
No, because I feel like people be, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care until it's them. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about everything until it's them. And like, now they like, oh, I wonder what she thinking. So I'm like, listen, I'm just letting you know, hopefully this is old, but this is what I found and you can do what you want.
Your business is your business. I'm just giving you a heads up, like, sis, your niggas on Hinge.
Like, hey.
Your niggas on Hinge. That's what I
like. This one was BLK. He was on BLK.
Yeah, I sent it to like one of my close friends at the time, and I forgot what app. Was it BLK? I think it was a BLK, and he was like, oh, somebody is using his pictures. That's what he told her. Somebody is using his pictures, and I was like, okay. Like, I know, again, it's not my business. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm just letting you know because I would kind of want somebody to be like, oh, look, I see your man. If they didn't know, like, what, if, say, for example, we weren't together and they didn't know that and they see it and they like, oh, damn, like, that's her man. And they, in their brain, they think that that's my man. Then I would want somebody to tell me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, like, look what your fucking man, look at the prompts that he wrote. He's looking for somebody better than his ex. Better than
that would be some. I'm about to say that would be some crazy shit. Like, don't play yourself and don't get stabbed. Okay. I'm better than my ex. Yo. So speaking of that, so on these apps, we're basically choosing men off of like their looks, of course, and what's in their profile and stuff. Oh, you about to say something about that?
I was, but I'm gonna wait till you finish.
Okay. So like for your own particular profile. Like, how do you choose whatever pictures you're going to put on there and, like, what type? Like, do you even fill out a full bio, like, write something in, or you just select prompts and
Well, on
post
Hinge,
those.
you can't write whatever you want. On Hinge, you have to, it's just prompts. You can't
Yeah.
put like, you can't choose to like write something. Like they give you a prompt, you choose whatever from the list of prompts that they have available, and then like you answer that prompt or respond or whatever to it.
Okay.
I don't know. I just choose the ones that's most interesting to me. I don't have anything in particular. I just go through the list and I'm like, oh, okay, this one sound like I can write something or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nothing like specific.
And then the pictures you post, like, how do you like? Okay, I'm gonna use these 4, 5, 10, whatever.
So I'm trying to think what pictures I have on there now. I have a video with rated R the game while talking about the game. I have my profile picture is it? No, it's not that picture. It's the other picture that we have. The other one's like in the circle. That's my profile picture. I think I don't know. Look, let me go look. I don't remember. But like I don't put no like ass pictures. I don't post stuff like that because I feel like then they're gonna definitely say something. So because I want to avoid that and I don't want to like come across like I don't want nobody write me don't write me with
some extra
right.
shit,
So
like.
I don't post stuff like that.
So nothing too thirst trapping.
Right, exactly. So wait, I'm waiting by wiping my camera. I don't know if y'all can see. But that's my profile
right there,
picture.
little, yeah.
So that's it. How do you go to it? Yeah, all my pictures is regular pictures. So it's like from like waist up, I guess I would say. So there's no like butt pictures, no none of that. I got a video of me making a drink. Like I got a video of me making a drink. I got a video talking about the card game. And the rest is just like waist up pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's none of my angles. Oh, I'm sweating. Sorry, y'all. It's none of like my angles or nothing like that. It's just like pictures that I take like from the front.
From there. Yeah. I'm like most of my pictures are like that anyway. They just selfie pics. I do full body, but nothing like thirst trap, just from the front or whatever. I don't got a fatty to show off anyway, so you're gonna see that. But just because let's be realistic. If I'm looking at a guy pic, like I don't want to just see him with a hat on all the time or sunglasses. So I'm like, let me see how tall he look, what he got on his feet. So I was like, I'll put like 2 of those in, but just regular pics.
So like you could kind of see like my body, but it's not like my ass. Like you get what I'm saying? It's just a frontal. That's when my
same
my clicker was working. But yeah, so I'm not gonna like turn around and show ass. No, not too much titty. Like I mean, my titties is always out. Some type of cleavage. But it's not like so. This one is the most cleavage that I have on there. That's the one with the most cleavage.
Okay,
that's it. And then I also have pictures like with like braids. I have a picture with a bob.
I was about to say
I
that
have a picture with my regular hair flat irons, and then I have a picture with my hair slicked down. So like you get to see each.
That's what I was gonna say next. I'm like, I know I'm queen of changing my hairstyle. Like next show, I'm probably gonna be natural. So, so I just do those. I give them a picture of me, the braids, my weaves, and then like my natural hair. Because depending on when we meet, you're gonna get one of them looks. So I'm more so like looking for pictures with my different hairstyles. And then if I happen to have like a full body one that's not showing too much, then I'll post that one so they could, see. But I only do no more than 2 full body pics. And then the rest is just like me and my different hairstyles. And I tried not to do any filtered pictures either, just because sometimes, depending on like, sometimes our filter pics be looking like, yes, bitch, and I'm not
depending on which filter you use.
Yeah,
right.
No, so now using.
Some of them like they really. Your nose look little, your lips look big. Definitely, them filters is different nowadays. They really doing some work.
I try not to use any unless like it's probably like a full body pic because I take a lot of selfies and I don't be like setting up my camera. Like I'll just be thinking like, oh, I look cute, and I'll just do one of these, and whatever you get from that's what you're gonna get. Right. So if it happens to be a full body with a filter, then maybe. But mostly 95% of my pictures are no filters at all. So you can see like who you get in when we meet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and I try not to do one where I'm like dolled up like one of these look, like just a natural, regular beat or whatever.
I'm trying to look and see. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I do my makeup the same all the time. So it's not like I do one where it's like too
Crazy,
much
yeah.
and extra. The only thing it would be is like maybe my lipstick is a different color. Like maybe sometimes I put on neutral lip gloss. I'm not lip gloss, neutral. Yeah, it's lip gloss. It's not even lipstick. I got three, 4 colors. What? The dark, which is probably my fave.
I've been trying to get with that. I gotta try it. I feel like it don't work.
Red, pink, and then like the neutral. So if I'm in my house just regular, I'm not doing nothing, more than likely I'm gonna just put like the neutral on.
Neutral.
Yeah, but this I put black first, and then I put because it's not this dark, and then I put the
the burgundy like purple.
And then I put it but it's not if I put it regular, it won't look like this.
Oh, okay.
So I put a lot of black first, and then I go around it. It's NYX, NYX.
Yeah, I think we had the same one, but I bought a new one too, and it disappeared. My little sister. Nah, I'm like I blame everything on her.
All right, like back to the topic before we be all over the place.
All right, so how do you go about choosing swiping right or left? Like, do you have a process, or you just like what are you looking for when you're looking for these people? I know you're on a particular journey. So
right. So right now, no, I do care. So right now, I'm doing what's called the road to real. So the road to real is kind of like, sorry y'all. The road to real is kind of like stepping out of staying in your comfort zone, a combination of staying in your comfort zone and what you like, and then also exploring other options. So I swipe right on people that I find that are like attractive, but they have to have something in their bio that I'm like, okay, I could work with. So if they attractive and like the prompts is like what's your, I don't know, like name a perfect first date, and they write blue. Like, cause some of them be writing stupid shit. And I'm not gonna swipe right on that just because they're attractive, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, some of the responses be so stupid, and I'm like, I'm more likely to swipe right on somebody that's not attractive, that something in their prompts is like, oh, okay, like I could relate to that, or that's interesting. Like, even if I'm not attracted to you, I will send you a message based on something that you wrote, because I think it's funny, or maybe I'm chatty, so maybe it's a topic that I want to talk about. So I'm gonna be like, did it say something smart about the stupid shit that they wrote? But it's interesting at the same time. And I posted that the other day on Instagram, where it's like, write a prompt that's gonna like trigger interest, right? Because you see the prompts and you be like, bro, like this is stupid. Like, what are you talking about? And they don't even answer it properly. And if it don't read in a smooth sentence, I'm gonna swipe left because you sound retarded. Like, you sound stupid. Like, I'm like, you're dumb. Yeah. So if I feel like that, I'm gonna swipe left. But like I was saying, you have to put something that's interesting so that people could be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because you read a profile, that should be boring as fuck. I'm not gonna swipe right on that. Like, I'm more likely to swipe right on somebody that has like some interesting things in their bio. So I added a prompt that was like, men are more emotional than women. So a lot of people message me and they be like, what? And then that gets the conversation right. So that kind of gets like the conversation started, because they're like, oh shit, what's she talking about? And they're interested in having a conversation about that.
Yeah. All right, that's dope. Look, take notes, y'all.
I'd be like, it's a little not manipulation, but it's still like, like I want to talk. Shit, I'm nosy. I want to talk. I want to have debates. Like, I will debate you on shit that I don't even give a fuck about. That's the type of person I am. Because I want to go back and forth. I want to hear what you got to say. Like, maybe you may spark something and I got a response. I don't know. I don't care. Like, and a lot of people, they think like, I feel strongly about shit, and I'll be like, I really don't care. I just felt like going back and forth right now. That's it.
No.
But yeah.
I think same like you said, like you can't just be attractive. Like your prompts or your bio has to say something interesting.
Mhm.
And vice versa. Like I'll put certain things I'm interested in my like if I'm selecting a prompt. Like I think
Mhm.
every time I posted something, I posted The Office. Like that's one of my shows,
The
and I feel
show?
like the show The Office. And if
Okay.
you like it, we already got something in common. That means like our sense of humor is on the same level already. So like, okay, that's a one check. um, but yeah, so I'm looking at your
I'm gonna
look,
see what I got.
your wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
If you mention kids, if you post any pictures of your kids, family
You
members, and all
swiping
stuff, like I'm
left?
left. I don't want to. I'm a mother myself, Marvel of the kids, but I don't want to see like on your dating profile. It should just be about you, and then I get to know about you. So post, I have children, how many, but I don't want to see them yet. I don't think your children should be
Okay.
on
Also,
that platform.
right.
Save that for Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It shouldn't be on a dating platform. I understand like your children is part of you, but until you actually meet someone serious, they shouldn't know what your kids look like. I think that's
Right.
weird. I don't want to know what your sisters and them look like. I don't want you posting pictures with your boys and them. So now I'm looking like, which one are you? Or your boys probably look better than you. So I'm like, where their profile at? You know what I'm saying? Like, but also I
I
want to
don't
know
mind
what
if
you
they
guys are
have
talking
like
about.
group photos. The kids I could definitely understand. Some of them I've seen like they've had their kids and then they'll have like an emoji over their face.
Maybe
So
yeah, like if you, but you
yeah,
could
I
still
don't care.
you could cut it out. Like I just
Yeah.
felt like you didn't put no thought and time into like at least cutting yourself out or just choosing another fucking picture. So that's why I said like I don't want a bunch of people in your picture. Like all your pictures is you and your boys. Like maybe one if that
Right.
picture was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah.
You know, say it was your birthday or something, everybody was in it,
Mm-hmm.
something cool. But like you got two pictures, 2, 3 pictures of you and your boys, and you only posted 4. I'm like, why? Like you
Right.
couldn't even
Like,
take
oh, you
time to
hiding
edit
something?
them out
Right.
or something. Like it
Yeah.
takes two. So for me, it's like you didn't put any thought to this. You just throwing anything up there because you had to throw pictures, and it's like, I don't.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't like that. That can be too picky to some out there, but I don't like that. I don't
No,
want to see that.
that's
Like just
your preference is your preference.
just you. Yeah. So I look for things like that, and like I said, definitely your prompt. Like you gotta have some thoughts on something. You gotta be. I should be able to see your personality through your prompts.
Right.
Like get a sense of your personality. And if I can't, then your good looks are not gonna just do it for me.
I agree. I agree with that. Like you have to like have something written down that like I can connect to. Because if I can't connect to it, then I'm swiping left. Because I've sat sometimes and I'm like, all right, damn, he look good, but I'm like, this nigga sounds stupid. Like I can't swipe right on that. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
like, you sound dumb. And I'm already going into the conversation feeling like you stupid. So no, I was like, I can't do
Like you
myself.
stupid.
So let me see the prompts that I have. So I have let's debate this topic. Men are more emotional than females. And I said, don't fight me, LOL, but let's talk about it. And then I said I'm looking for consistency and I go crazy for entrepreneurship. So those are my prompts. Because I think you're only allowed 3.
Okay.
So those are my prompts on Hinge.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's pretty simple. It's me and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
Dope. I'd be like, I don't remember what mine was.
My nails look dirty. She spray a black spray on the top. So sorry, y'all, if my shit look crunchy.
You so stupid.
I keep
I
seeing
know.
it, and I don't want
The
y'all
only
to.
good thing about this, y'all can't really see our nails because last
Right.
week they was looking a little struggling.
I'm like, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, she got dirt under her nails. No, it's the spray.
You so stupid.
That's that spray that they be sprayed on the men's beds.
All right.
What's
So
your next question?
Once you got through the swipe right, swipe left process, and you match with somebody, are you waiting for them to hit you up first, or you just hit them up? Like if it's somebody you know you definitely swiped on, or are you just gonna reach out once you know they match, or are you waiting for them to say something to you first?
Well, on Hinge, they have to match. You have to match with them in order for the comment. You guys both have to match in order for the conversation to go. So it's not like I'll send one and then like I don't know. Ask your question again.
No, so I'm saying once y'all match, Because like I know with Hinge, you match and they ask you his turn or your turn. Like, who do you want to go? Like, can you leave him a
Okay.
message now, or you want him to leave a message? So do you wait? Do you select like always for them to leave a message? Is their turn, or you just
No,
reach
so
out
it
once you know there's a
depends.
match?
So like if I'm matching with somebody, I think because I'm trying to be more intentional about it, I'm going to send a message.
Okay.
Because that's like, it's just like, if you don't send a message, I feel like it's just like you liking somebody's picture.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. So I try to, if I'm swiping right on somebody, and I'm just like going through like the Hinge pool of men, then I'm definitely gonna send a message. If they like me, I would hope that they also send a message. But sometimes, like if they don't send a message, I'll put it in the ball in their court. Like you should start the conversation because you match with me.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
I must say I do the same. For the most part, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, if they selected me first, I want them to initiate the conversation, so I know that you're not just swiping on everybody you think is attractive
Like,
and just seeing who bites. Yeah. So I'm like,
Right.
if you read my profile, I'm like, oh, she's interested, I want to talk to her. Then I kind of want you to reach out after you know we match, so that I know it's real. Like you know it's real. Nah.
Right. Exactly. No,
But if
exactly.
I came and I was like, oh, who this? And he didn't match with me first, because usually most of the time it's us going through somebody that already selected us. And we just swiping if we want to match with them too. So if I'm actually going through and looking for guys and I see somebody I like and then he matches with me, I'll reach out first. But I do prefer the guy to say something first, so I know that he's serious, because I know I'm there intentionally trying to attempt to meet somebody cool or have a dope conversation. So I won't have a
Right.
problem doing it, but I need to know it's reciprocated. So yeah.
Right. So that's why, like I said, like because I'm being more intentional, I am going to send a message.
Okay, dope.
And I think that that's important on when you're like matching with somebody. That I think that you should always send a message. Should always say something. No, don't just like check mark the thing, because on Hinge it's a check mark in a X.
Okay. So we matched. We got the first couple of conversations out. Well, we didn't get the first couple of conversations. We matched and we said, "Hey, what's up?" What are some things, like what are 2 or 3 things you definitely always need to ask a person when you're first getting to know them?
I don't have one.
You don't have any? Okay.
No,
So it just
I don't
kind
have
of
a
depending
set
on what
list
they
of
wrote.
questions. So it depends on their profile, the stuff that they wrote. I go for vibe. I don't have like, no, I don't have set questions.
Okay, so none in particular.
I don't even think any, if you look at all the conversations I have, none of them is the same. None of them
the same way.
I ask the same question. Nope. All of them is different.
Okay.
So I don't
Is
have
there
any,
anything
I
you
don't have
feel
anything
like you like to
specific.
know in the beginning, or
I don't care. I'm sorry. Like I really don't like,
no,
I'm
no,
not
yeah.
that, I'm not very like particular. Like I said, like I'll have, because I feel like when you first start the conversation, like you just chatting, because I don't want to go straight into the thing, like diving straight into like serious things, because I don't even know if I like you like that for me to even want to care about those things. So it has to get to the conversation has to get to the point. It has to evolve to that point for me to then start asking a little bit more like serious questions. Maybe one of the questions I ask is like, like what are you looking for in this app or some shit like that? Because some people, they just want to play. Some people, they're actually like looking to be in a serious relationship. Some people is looking for another bitch to be in a relationship.
Yep. There's a lot of that going on.
So that would be probably one of the questions that I ask, like, like what are you hoping to get from your experience, like on this dating app? Not in those words, but but basically, like that would be like the only question that I would ask that would probably be like consistent across the board. Other than that, like each conversation is different because each profile is different. Each person responds differently. They have different personalities. Like, and you can kind of tell when somebody is more serious or more playful or more reserved. You can tell based on the conversation.
Okay, cool. I would say I don't have a set questions either, but I can say like within the first 3 days, if we're talking consistently, I do want to know, like, do you have any children? That question comes up. Like, however, I usually wait for
But
them
don't
to
they
kind of
have
ask
that in
me,
it? They have that in
because
their profile.
sometimes they don't, or they're just like, it just says kids, but they don't tell you how many. So I'm like, how many children you got? Like stuff like that. And then their occupation, because sometimes people like get into the bag and stupid shit like that, and I really hate seeing that.
I don't swipe right on those,
but
I don't check those
get
off.
Yeah, I typically don't, depending on like if everything else in their prompt is good, and I'm like, okay, maybe you don't want to share your occupation right then and there, so I get it. Maybe.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to. We're not asking where the fuck you work at. We're not asking you
Yeah.
for the address of your thing. You can put what the fuck. It doesn't like. I feel like it's not that serious, and I feel like the fact that you leaving that out, to me, you doing the most, and I'm gonna swipe left. I'm not. I wouldn't check those off. I was like,
Yeah. Okay.
that's you annoying. But that's just me.
Yeah. So yeah, it's more so
It'd
the
be like worker
children.
at work. Stop being stupid.
Yeah. I've seen
That
them
means
too.
to me
Like
you don't got no
the foolish
job.
ones, the silly ones. Sorry, I don't know. Every time, like my window's open, it's just this one knows. This one knows.
You could be
But
like technical assistant. You could put tech. You could put support. Like
anything,
you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like you could put any single thing, anything that you could find on fucking Google or Indeed. But the fact that you just no, I feel like you don't got no job and you a drug dealer or you scamming. And you
Not
just feel,
definitely. So that's why I was like, I gotta within the first
that
3 days,
means
I
you
gotta
took
know
out
that.
PPP loans. That's how I see that.
Yeah, I like to know how many children and do you live alone? But like I said, I kind of let them I was to instigate. I kind of let them lead that start that conversation first, and then I'm like, hey, cool. Let me ask
Mhm.
too, so it won't seem like I'm just
So
prying.
how do you lead them into that conversation?
No, I don't lead them. They just kind of ask on their own. So like, we'll
Okay.
match up like, oh, hey, either we're talking about a prompt or something they responded to, or they're like, oh, okay, how you doing? How's your day going? And most likely I'm usually at work most of the time when I'm on it, at least
Mhm.
checking in the morning. So I'm like, oh, I'm at work, and like, good morning, you getting those texts, and then like, oh, okay, what do you do? Yada yada, and then they'll follow up with those questions. So like
Mhm.
after the what do you do? If you're like, oh, I'm at work, even though it's in the bio. Then they kind of lead to that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
So I'll tell them like you, and they'll go into it, and they're like, oh, okay. So you have any children? Oh, so you live there? You live out there? Whatever. I'm like, yeah. Where you live at? Then we just going through that same basic back and forth, but then that's where I get to go. I'm like, okay. Oh, so you got your own spot? Like, I don't know. I don't really want to do
See,
the
but that's
roommate.
your personality. I think that
Yeah.
kind of speaks to your personality, and I think the way that I approach it kind of speaks to my personality because I think I'm a lot more like carefree. I'm a lot more like, all right, whatever. I really don't give a fuck. Meaning, like I do care,
Yeah.
but like not to the point where I'm asking that like in the first. Because did you say in the first 3 days? If it's the first 3 days, like I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't really care like that much to like know, I guess, because I'm still trying to figure out even if I want to have a regular conversation with you. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. No, well, I'm asking too because I'm like you said, you're dating intentionally, and for me too,
Hmm.
like there's just certain things I just don't want to entertain at my age. Like I'm
Hmm.
closer to 40 than I am to 30 now,
Hmm.
so I don't want a guy that has a roommate. Like what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this ain't your house, and y'all literally splitting and sharing bills and all this stuff in the apartment. Not saying not knocking anybody, shit happens. Like, because there could be a story behind why you're in that situation and it's like, okay, cool. But I don't want that situation. Or you're living
I
with
think
your
some
parents,
people.
or like
Right.
I said,
Right.
it's a case to case situation.
Right. Right.
But
Right. Right. Right.
initially that's a turn off to me.
Hmm.
Want to have because when we get to the point of after we go on a couple of dates and now we're gonna go hang out each other, like winter time, most of the time we're not going all the time because some of the shit I want to do is outdoors. So it's like, okay, we go into each other's house, and I want to make sure I can go to your house and we could be comfortable there and vice versa.
So does
So
a roommate include that? All right. So a roommate is anybody that they living with.
no, roommate is like somebody that literally lives there, like because I've talked to
No,
somebody.
that's what I'm saying. Anybody
Oh
that
yeah,
they
yeah,
living with. Okay.
yeah. I mean, like I said, case to case. Like if you're in a situation, your parents stay there because you're taking care of them, then okay, that's a different path. Whereas your boy, your cousin, and they staying there, and what I'm saying, like y'all literally live together. Like something that happened, they moved in for a little while because they trying to get back on their feet, whatever. Like no, y'all got this place together. His name on the lease. Y'all been living together for 5, 6 years. Like unless you got a
I
decent house.
honestly,
Eh,
I don't. I don't have a problem with that because like everybody's situation like is different.
yeah, case to
And
case.
right,
But
like if a person is not like how I don't know how to explain it because If so, all right. So like, I don't know, cause like even like some girl at my job, she was like she has a roommate, but I don't care. Like I wouldn't. Like I didn't think like, oh, she's struggling, she's going through something, that she
No, I
has
don't
a
think they're
roommate. I think
struggling.
some
I just
people,
don't care. I don't feel you struggling.
right,
I just don't care for that. It's like, why don't you want to be on your own? Like, why don't you have your own if y'all
right,
two
right,
grown
right,
men with good jobs and doing good? Like, why don't you? So if I say it's a case to case, if there's a real situation behind it, then cool. I was dealing with a guy that lived with his mother. You know what I'm saying? But his girlfriend broke up 2 years ago, and he left her the apartment. So sometimes it's not that easy to just get up and go find one when y'all been living together for years and splitting costs. So now you're just trying to save up again to get your own. So like I can get that. Now
Okay.
5 years pass and you still at home with moms. Like what you know what I'm saying? What you been doing? So that's what I'm saying. Like certain things you get a pass, but
I
like
think some
if this was
people
just
they
your
really get super comfortable. They just get
yeah,
comfortable.
so
They
I'm
be
just saying
like,
I don't
bitch,
want you
like,
to be that comfortable.
right,
Where
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not like shit happens. God forbid something happened to me. I'm moving in with one of y'all. Let me stop. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like Nikki stupid. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like shit happens. So
I'm
I
like,
get
gotta
that.
go.
But like 5 years later and you still in the same situation, then to me that means you're just comfortable where you're at. And I don't think that's cool. But that's
Right.
just me.
Okay.
I'm not here to judge. Cause like I said, God forbid somebody, one of my family hit me up tomorrow and they need to move in with me. Now I got a roommate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell them no.
Yeah.
So it just all depends. But if you're in a situation when you're super comfortable and you have the means to be on your own and you're just choosing not to, then to me it's just like, oh, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
something I would want to entertain.
Yeah.
But there's just
But
certain
you
things
said
I ask, like,
you said you asked her that in the beginning.
no, just like, oh, okay, you live by yourself or you live with people. I just asked, like, I don't. Yeah, I was just
So
like,
there was, you know what this is reminding me of? So I read something and it was like, nobody wants to be interviewed. So I feel like that's like an interview question.
interview though, like if you're
It's
asking, like,
not,
okay,
but
where do you work at?
it sound interviewy.
It's something say it all depends how you
Like,
say
oh,
it. Like I'm not
what
gonna
are your
come out.
goals in life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't
Okay,
be
like
doing that right away. Yeah, believe me, I be wanting to know, but I don't even do the what's your 5-year plan and all that stuff. Like that comes later on after we talk. We're on a couple of dates now. I want to get into that because I like you, so I'm like, okay, let's see if we on the same track. But no, it's not interview-ish. But that's just something I want to know, and I'm just taking in consideration, especially. And I usually only ask it depending on like how the conversation is going. Like if your answers are kind of like blah, so I'm like, let me see who you live with, because now you're just making me think like, do we not have the shit together? So now I just kind of throw it out there, like, let me see,
right.
because now I sound a little shaky. Like I bet you he live with somebody. It'll be one of those. But if I was to ask that question, it usually happens within the first 3 days. Sometimes they
Okay.
kind of just tell you, like most time, me people like, oh, I got my own house, I got my own this. Like they already come out. Like I got my own car, my own this. Like I don't even ask people they drive.
None of the conversations that I've had, we talked about that. None of them. And let me
get
see
that a lot.
Let me see how many. So right now I'm talking to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. And a lot of them I kind of just was like, I unmatched because the shit was boring or whatever. So 8 people right now. And none of them, like none of the conversations.
Into who you live with, all that stuff.
No, because I really don't care. I feel like I first want to get to know like if we could vibe. I want to know if we could have just regular conversation. And then if it gets to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm starting to like him, something like that, or maybe like the conversation is going pretty well, and I feel like it's a flow of conversation, and it's not like I feel like I'm reaching or I feel like he's reaching, and I'm like, all right, I'm bored with it. Then if it gets to that point, then I feel like I would start asking more of those serious questions.
Not saying there's a timeline, but how long typically from your experience, how far into y'all chatting do you get to that point where you want to ask deeper questions, or more personal questions?
I don't know. I don't have I don't know. Like I said.
No, I'm not saying the time frame. I'm just saying from like if you could think back. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know,
okay.
But like for me, like I'm more of a just like I don't have like a specific. It's just like the way that you make me feel is the way that the conversation is going. Like there's no like, all right, 3 months, because I'm not talking to you for 3 months. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not like that's a little bit dragging it. Like I'm not doing that.
But like I said, they usually ask. I don't know if it's because I'm out here. So like, do you drive? All those questions come up first. I'm like, good, you open the door. I don't even gotta, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, let me ask them that. But like, it's them asking it first. So they'll probably like, do you have kids? And then I'll just be like, yeah, I have a son. And I'm like, you? And they be like, yeah. And I'm
But
like,
I feel like
they hit me
that's
with the
in
yeah,
the
like, how
bio.
many?
So if somebody
Yeah.
asks me that and it's in my bio, I would feel like, well, why didn't you read my bio? So
Yeah.
that's how I view questions like that. Like, do you drink? It says on the top whether I drink or I smoke. So that's why I'm like, if somebody asks me a question like that and I already answered the question, I'm gonna feel like you didn't take the time out to actually review the
View
things
it,
that
yeah.
I took the time out to write out. So that's what I'm looking at. Like if I'm looking at someone's profile, I'm looking like if they drink. If they don't drink, I'd be like,
yeah. I'll be a little shaky
because
on
I'm
swipe.
like, because listen, like if it be like no
I
period
get it.
or if it says sometimes, that's cool. But if it says no, like I like to go to bars and stuff like that. So I would never want to be in a situation where you don't want to go drink with me, and then now it's a problem. You looking at me like, why is she drinking so much? No, I don't got time.
That's my only thing. I feel like I meet a lot of people, not guys, well, not too much now, but there was always like fitness dudes that don't want to fucking drink. But they be like, oh, we go out for drinks. And I'm like,
I
no,
don't
because
swipe
if
right
I
on
want
fitness
4
dudes.
drinks, like you paying, I don't know, I don't try to,
I don't
but then,
sw-
they're like, so they'll have entrepreneur or something. So they don't say what the profession is when you ask them. Everybody out in fucking Jersey, everybody own a gym. If they don't have a gym, they got a restaurant. I swear. There's so many black
like,
male
because
entrepreneurs
I'm like,
out here with gyms
listen,
and
I don't
restaurants.
fucking work out. If they be like, oh, fitness in the gym 24
Oh no! So
hours.
once they say that, I let them know, like, listen,
No.
I've been trying to work out for 2 years.
I'm like, you see this neck? This is not a workout neck. This is a I eat neck.
I'm like, do you see these fucking odds? I'm like, listen,
I'd
I've
be
been
like,
trying to
you
work
see
out for
this?
2 years. Okay.
I
They're like,
eat.
nah, you fine. I'm like, all right, because I'm letting you know, you ain't gonna see not a pack over here. You're gonna see a roll, but you ain't gonna see a pack.
You're gonna see a pack of rolls.
All right, so
Right?
chatting, we got out all the little pleasantries, find out how many kids, who they live with, who they don't live with, or if we're not even asking that shit. When do you feel is appropriate, or when do you feel comfortable giving out your number? Like, is there, like, how soon is too soon? At least, I guess I would say.
I don't
to
think
give out
there's
your
no
number.
how soon is too soon with the number. I
Okay.
think it depends on the conversation.
Okay.
Honestly, every single thing to me it just depends on the way that the conversation is going. That's it. Like if the
Agreed.
conversation is going good, then all right, cool. Like I don't have a problem. But if somebody come in, y'all probably each sent 2 messages, and they like, oh, let me get your number. Skirt, no, nigga, get the bit, and I will unfollow you. I would unmatch you. Stop playing. Like I had a guy, he was like, so his thing said, oh, he didn't have sex. Believe it or not, I think that was the prompt. Believe it or not, it was a time I didn't have sex for like 5 years. So now I'm nosy. So now I want to know. So that's something that will make me swipe right to be like, oh shit, like what happened? Because I'm pretty nosy. And he was like, oh, he was married, they got divorced, and he just didn't have sex. So I was like, that's interesting. I would like to know, like, from a man's, because I usually hear females like being celibate or whatever, but like to hear like a man say that they did that for 5 years, like I'm again, I am a very nosy person. I want to know, like, was you getting horny? How many times was you beating off? Like, how did you feel?
Well, goddamn.
Like, yeah, because I'm nosy, so I want to ask those questions because I want to know. Again, it's not typical for you to hear that a man was celibate for 5 years. That's a long time. A year, okay, cool. 5 years, that's a long ass time for a man to be celibate. So I wanted to know, like, what was your emotional state? Like, was you still caught? I don't know. I want to know all the questions. So I basically I didn't ask those questions, but I was like, oh, I'm interested to know more. Da, da, da. And he was like, it's a lot to talk about. And he was like, what's your number? And I was like, no. I was like,
I guess
no.
that kind of makes sense though, because I'm not.
It doesn't make
all
sense
that either.
No, listen. I was like, well, on Hinge now they have voice notes. So I said, send a voice prompt. Okay. Exactly. You don't have to. Okay. Right. So I was like, send a voice prompt. It's like if you send voice notes on Instagram, send a voice note.
Yeah.
Or if you send a voice note on a text message. He was like, nope. I was like, okay, and I unmatched them. Bye. Yeah. I don't need to send you my number for you to tell me that. It's not that serious. Like you, especially like if they didn't have a voice note, I could more like understand. But there's an option for you to actually leave voice notes. And I've talking to guys that have sent me voice notes and they communicate like that. It's not a
No,
fucking
I didn't know
big
they
deal.
had that because I'd have been like, I'm about to say that I would think that's too much to text, but if there's voice notes, then send me a fucking voice note. We don't need.
Yeah, but even so, you just gonna give anybody a number because you want to know.
But I know you can call on there too. I used to, how many
that's what I'm
guys
like.
sat there and I guess felt some type of way. I've had like a good 5 guys unmatch me because I was like, you can call me from this app. Like if you want to talk to me that bad, call me and let me know you about to call me on this app.
What you need my number
You don't need my
for?
number. And it was like, oh, you playing games. Next thing you know, my message didn't go through. I'm like, oh, okay. You still getting my number. Like
I ain't like you that much because if I fucked with you that much, you would have had the number. So I don't could give 2 shits.
That's
anyway, do you have more questions or you want to get into the next
just one last question, we get to the next one. Just so what advice would you give someone new that's joining the online dating scene? Like any advice for them?
I would say, well, this is not even for online dating or the dating scene. This is just in general life. Like I would say just you have to be authentic to yourself. Mm-hmm. You just have to be authentic. And let your personality shine because whoever you're gonna be with is gonna like you or love you for who you are. So if you try to like fake and be a person that you're not because you want to attract people, then you should not be trying to date. So I would just say like just be 1,000, 1 trillion, 1 million, 1 billion, whatever the highest number is. Be that percentage
infinity.
Right, just be that percentage of authentic.
Okay.
That's all you could do. Yeah, because you could tell when somebody trying too hard, they doing the most. Shut the fuck up. Like some of the prompts. Shut up. I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Laugh like, no, bye. You annoying. I know how I'm gonna get annoyed. I know when I'm gonna get annoyed. But yeah, just be, all you could ever be is your authentic self. And that's when the right people, again, this is a life message and a dating message. That's when the right people are going to be attracted to you. They're going to come towards you because you're being who you are.
I'll add on to that and say
I can't hear you. It's going in and out.
That's so weird. Like around this time, it does that.
I think it just because the headphone's supposed to be towards your mouth. I think sometimes it twists back like this.
Oh. I was saying to add on to what you're saying, be authentic and also what's that word? Be very honest. So if you on there looking for whatever, put that shit in your bio. Mm-hmm. Or if you're gonna match with somebody that's not in your bio, let them know off the rip so y'all not wasting each other's time. Because I feel like, people be on there playing games too. And then be surprised or get upset when you not with the shits. At all. So I'm like, be authentic and be very freaking honest.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, just stay what you on there looking for. Keep it 100. 100, 1,000, 1 million, 1 zillion. Keep it that. But that leads us into the fucking audacity.
What's the fucking audacity for the people that are just tuning in?
It's shit that these bum ass dudes. I'm sorry. The fucking audacity. It's all the crazy shit we heard from men, them having the audacity, uttering or typing these words out their mouth that be sounding crazy. So
it usually be a text. It usually be a text or something.
Yeah, for us lately, it's been a text because they know better.
Shit is a hot ass mess.
Help me go to bed. I can use your help, or we can help each other. So let me tell you the audacity of that statement.
I can use your help. Okay, go
or
ahead.
We can help each other. So I was chatting with this guy. He was looking a little cute or whatever. We were chatting for like 2 days, just regular. Hey, good morning, beautiful. How you doing? How's your day? You at work? Okay, how's work? And that's it. So one night, I was up. I guess I posted something in my story. He seen it. He was like, "What you doing up?" And I'm like, "I'm always up this time of night." I'm like, "What you doing up?" He's like, "Oh, I can't sleep." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't know." He was like, "Why? You want to help me?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, help me go to bed." And he was like, "I can use your help." And I'm like, "Use my help how?" And he was like, or we can help each other go to bed. So I'm like, I'm in my 30s. This sounds a little fresh. How the fuck I'm helping you go to sleep? So I was like, sir, pump your brakes. I don't know what you thought this was.
He wants you to beat
but I
you
don't
up. He
even know
want to
you
beat
like
him off.
that. Yeah, no, I feel like he wanted some phone sex or something. I'm like, I don't know, or us exchange news, but we literally only exchange pleasantries. So no, I don't know you. So I was like, before we go any further, I don't know who you think I am, but I don't get down like that. So you have a good night, and hopefully you find somebody to help you go to bed. And he's like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? I'm confused. I'm like, how you confused? Look what you just texted me. And he's like, no, I meant, can you suggest a good movie or a good book or something I could read or listen to? And I'm like, my dude, you have the audacity to sit there and ask me to help you go to bed. We can help each other. I didn't tell you I was fucking tired. Like, you sitting there, you was trying to be fresh just now, and I called you on your shit. So now you trying to tell me you looking for a good book or a fucking movie, and
So
you ain't
like,
mentioned.
for me, the way I would have responded, I would have been like, I'm not sure what that means. Like before I go.
So at first, yeah, I was like, what you
Okay.
mean? And he's like, I don't know. What's something I can do to keep you intrigued? I might actually post this as going down in DMs on our page. He was like, what can I do to intrigue you? So that's when he said that. I was like, okay. What you mean? Like, this is mad random. Like, we didn't even have this. What?
Yeah. So
And then, yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. I gave a guy
No,
my number. I don't know if it was like, I don't know, maybe this week. I don't know what day, but this week. So he said something like, and I was like, don't go left. Stop playing with me. Hold on, where is it? Because I don't save numbers. Okay. So I gave it to him on Tuesday. And I was going to bed, so we was texting kind of like it was like 10:30 or whatever. So I was like, all right, like I'm going to bed, whatever. Nigga goes, wet dreams. He was like, I mean, sleep well, LOL. I was like, don't go left.
Now in that type of time. Yeah. Like,
and I put the knife.
Y'all be reaching.
And I was like, don't go left. And he puts the emoji with the devil face and was like, have a good night. Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
I'm like,
if you were
and you know what?
Already don't.
So no, I get right. But my thing is, I thought, like, the conversation was cool. It was like an ebb and flow type of thing. All right. But like, we never discussed anything like that. Like, it was never on that level. So now I gave you my number. Now you're doing the most. So now I'm not interested. Done.
That's how it was.
That's why I was like, wet dreams. It was just so random. I could see if like we were already like talking about something like that, then that's different, right? But again, because I'm trying to be more intentional, even though sometimes I do got like a nasty mouth or whatever, I be saying slick shit. I'm trying to like not do that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, not on the first, like, just regular conversation interactions. But like, I was like, what? I was like, you just fucked it up for yourself. So now I'm good.
That's what I'm saying. It was like on day 2, he appeared to be sweet, and it was just like, you just said you couldn't go to bed. I told you I'm always up, and you like help you go to sleep. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, I already thought he was being fresh, but I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I don't know, like, what can you do? You can help me, or we can help each other. So I was like, how? And then he was like, what can I do to intrigue you? So once he said that, I knew what it was. Exactly. So that was
he was testing. He was trying to see, like, oh, you was gonna be like, oh, all right, send me a dick pic. Like, send me
with
a
the fucking book or movie. I was like, my dude, I'm not stupid. You wasn't talking about no fucking book or movie. You would have asked me, do you know any good movies or books that I could watch so I could fall asleep? Get the fuck out of here. And I was like, nah, we good. And he was like, see, you just assumed. I didn't assume nothing. I asked you 2 times. And you said, what can intrigue me? What can intrigue me is you taking that fucking question back. The fuck? Like,
a lot of mercy. Okay.
The audacity, like, you just
the motherfucking
like
audacity.
Said, nothing spicy. I don't even think I had anything posted crazy on my page. So the audacity for you just think, because we up late on a Monday. I think it was like a Monday. It was like a random day, not even like a day where you went out, got a couple of drinks, so you feeling good. You like, let me see. It wasn't even a weekend. Maybe the weekend out of entertaining, had a drink or 2. It was a regular day. Nah, it's not. Right. But yeah, the audacity to just think because we exchanged pleasantries for 2 days that you was gonna sit there and have a little phone sex session. Wrong chick, boo boo. But he found out. All right, y'all. Let's get into some advice before we get out of here. What you got going on over there?
No, I was taking out my tarot cards. Look, let me see if I can do a little live thing.
Wanna
No,
give
but
us
go
a little
ahead. What's
something,
the
something?
advice?
All right, so I'm about to say we had a caller right in. Look, we about to be on the radio soon, y'all. All right, so we had this woman right in. She says, I'm dealing with this guy. Y'all see, I'm like,
Wrong way.
yeah, I go. So I'm dealing with this guy who started to bring me around his friends and family. I didn't mind in the beginning because I felt like we were taking our relationship to the next level. I then realized he would never introduce me as his girl or anything, just by
Mm-hmm.
my first name. So we never really hugged or kissed around them either. And to think about it, we haven't even had the conversation about what are we.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, one of his friends has been flirting with me, and I think it's because they think we're just friends. Am I in a friends with benefits situation and not even know it, or am I just overthinking the whole thing? I mean, I did meet his family, so that has to mean something, right? So basically, she's chilling with this guy, like he's bringing
Mm-hmm.
around his friends and family. Everything is cool, but he's not like, yo, this is my shorty, this whatever. He's just like, yo, this is Pamela. And now one of his friends is trying to push up slightly. And she's just like, yo, why would he feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit if he
Mm-hmm.
know we fuck with each other? So now she's like, is he not telling people that we dating? So she's
Right.
wondering, like, does it sound like she in a friends with benefits situation, or is she just overthinking the whole thing because he is bringing her around people he care about?
Um, I mean, I don't know because I feel like sometimes people like to keep their whatever they got going on to themselves, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to disclose like too much information, like to their friends. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it would just depend on the dynamic of the relationship. I don't know. I don't know how to say that because I don't. I wouldn't want to like jump to conclusions to be like, oh,
Yeah.
you just see me as XYZ because I don't know. I don't know. I think it would have to depend. What do you think?
I was gonna say, like, I agree with Nikki with the friend thing, but like, if I'm constantly coming around your family and I don't know, like, if I meet guys and I come around their family, they like I've heard them like it's my boo. Like I'm talking to somebody, like I've
Mm-hmm.
heard the word boo come out
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So like me personally, I would kind of be wondering what's what, but at the same time, I'm gonna have that conversation with you because I don't like
Mm-hmm.
to be left in the dark and not know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just ask him. Don't assume shit. Ask him, or even if you want to be like, yo, your boy being a little too flirty, and see what he says if you don't feel comfortable coming out. But I'm like, if y'all been fucking with each other, you come with him to family events and all this shit, just ask him, like, yo, what are we doing? Like, I just kind of know. And tell him, like, don't be confrontational. Just be like, oh, babe, I just want to ask you a question. I want to talk to
Mm-hmm.
you. Like, what we got going on here? And just be forward. Like, at this age, this day and age, like, you just got to be straightforward. You're gonna be sitting
Yeah.
there guessing all in your fucking feelings all day, all week, all month, all year. Just ask him what's going on.
Right.
It kind of sounds like, I don't know, a piece of it is like maybe he just I feel like sometimes some guys, he probably don't even realize he's doing it. But then you saying like there's no affection around those people. But I was once that person, like I didn't want to be too affectionate around my family, just
Mm-hmm.
out of like a elder thing,
Respect type
like
of
trying to
thing.
be
Right. Right.
respectful. Yeah. So it could be that on his behalf. So I would say ask, and his friend probably just could be testing you, like, let me see if she with the shits. Like some dudes are grimy like that. They
Mm-hmm.
probably think you cute and like fuck it. Like let me see if she gonna do something with me. So just
Right.
ask her, girl. Don't be scared. That's your man, right?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, it's because sometimes we jump to conclusions and it be the wrong fucking conclusion. So communication is key.
Just ask.
But like
Just
the
ask.
dudes um hitting on her, like, yeah.
Yeah, that would
I
have made
don't
me
know.
uncomfortable. I would have addressed, like, if it happened once, I'll check, depending on the scenery, I'll check it up
But
to them
like, is
being
he
drunk.
doing it? Are they doing it in front of the guy? Like, you
No,
get what I'm
no.
saying?
So
Like,
she just said, yeah, like, lady, one of his friends has been a little flirty. So I'm assuming he's done it more than once.
yeah, because but then I also feel like some guys, some friends are really not your friends, and they will try to push
So
up
that's
on
why I
the
said,
girl.
yeah, they trying to,
So
yeah,
you don't like you can't. I feel like that shouldn't be a reflection of your guy. It should be a
exactly.
reflection on the person that's pushing up.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my opinion.
Yeah,
Because I
just
had a
have that
conversation, I
conversation.
think like yesterday, and the guy was telling me like one of his friends was basically like in DMs with his ex, and he was like, well, he's done that in the past, meaning like he sensed the vibes in the past, where like the guy would try to like, flirt with people that he's talking to and stuff like that. So some people are just like that because they want what you have.
Yeah.
So that's you gotta gauge it. Your intentions, not your intentions, your intuition will always, it don't guide you wrong. It don't steer you wrong. It don't.
I'm like, just talk to him, boo. Because I know your friends are like, bitch, well, why he didn't? Because I'm like, I think sometimes, so, they don't realize, like, oh, my, this is, because he could have been talking to you, like, oh, I'm dating this girl, she dope, did that, and now you come
Right.
around and you just saying, like, hey, this is so-and-so. He's not going to be like, not everybody's like, oh, this is my boo, this is my girl, this is my shorty, yada, yada. They literally going to call you by your first name. So just have that conversation.
I don't be like, oh, this is my boo, this is my man, this is my babe. I don't say nothing like that. I'd be like, this is, and I call them by their name.
I'll say it behind his back, but not while, you know what I'm saying? Like he's there.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm gonna, y'all.
I'm gonna be like, oh, this is such and such, their name.
Y'all know, like, okay, so that's boo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit there, So don't read that much into it.
This is my new guy. This is my babe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I guess he could be like, this is my girlfriend. But once again, we're talking about a guy.
I don't talk like that.
Like they don't do that all the time. And I don't think we do it. Like, hey, this is my boyfriend.
No, but who does that? I don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I have never done that ever in my life. Ever. Never.
Say I don't.
So yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm thinking too, like
sometimes the ego
from previous conversations, but that's
sometimes the ego get in the way and we'll be like, well, why he didn't say this? Why he didn't say that? But watch the other nigga that tried to push up.
Yeah, check him first. Tell your boy, tell your boo, or tell your boo and let your boo check him or whatever. But have the conversation with him. I think you're probably just reading into it. He probably has a decent explanation, and don't expect that. I mean, you can have conversation about him being a little bit more affectionate, but I don't know what you're expecting and what type of event y'all going to with the family, because it may be a little bit inappropriate for him to be kissing up on you and let me see what she said. Oh, hug or kiss around them. So yeah, like maybe a hug or two, but we don't got to be kissing in front of your family just to show that.
I don't want to do that. Like, yeah. Even when like my man was around like my family because he came for Thanksgiving, like we not doing that. Like I used to feel a little, try to fuck in the bathroom because I will do that, but like
behind closed doors.
But like I'm not gonna be like that's inappropriate. All right, so guys, I didn't do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I know you didn't do the tarot cards. I know you want to speak on it. I was gonna say, why don't you do ours? Like, would it be wrong?
That's what I was literally just about to say that.
Perfect.
Literally. But let me shuffle. Hold on. I don't really know how to shuffle, so just bear with me.
Yes, Nikki does not play spades, y'all. So she don't get that shuffling down pat and nothing, no kitty cat or none of that. Nah,
I don't do the ghetto spades. The ghetto spades.
We do our full tarot readings, but right now we're being biased and we're just doing sad stories for tonight. Okay, if y'all actually want to hear yours, leave it down in the comment below, and we can see if Nikki can hook something up. All right.
So I was actually considering just doing like reading separate from the things, so it doesn't, so it's not too long. Okay. But we'll see, y'all. All right. I got no space right here. Hold on.
Look at this, a live reading. Hold on. Let me put this drink down. Clear my throat.
You're
dumb. I need a positive reading.
I'm doing Taurus first. I just shuffle for Taurus.
I mean, I ain't getting no younger, y'all, so I need to make sure this hand get filled up.
So the first card is the Fool.
Tell you what that mean? Nah.
And then the second card is the Nine of Swords.
I don't know. That's not looking good.
All right. So the Fool card, typically, like I look at the Fool card because if you look at it, right, you see how she's like at the end of the cliff. The bitch don't give a fuck, and she look like she about to fall into. No, Siri is talking. Why is Siri talking?
Girl, I'm thinking you see something on my wall. I'm like,
No,
like,
no,
y'all
because
no critters.
it popped
Yo,
up
I
in the
can't
corner,
stand
and
you.
I was like, "What is happening?" And then it started reading what I was saying. Siri, I don't know.
There was
Anyway,
something there.
so if you look at the card, right? Do you see the card? She's at the end of a fucking cliff, and the bitch is about to fall back, and she don't care. Like you see it, like she's like,
Yeah.
like I'm just leaning back, right? And her eyes are closed, and it's almost like I'm trusting like the universe. Like I don't care. Like I don't.
Oh, okay.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
because usually like with the tarot cards, it's just more about the person, whoever's reading the cards, their interpretation of what the cards look like, right?
Yeah.
So to me, this is like a person that's like they ready to like let go. They know that there's a chance that shit may go left, but they don't care, right? It's like
Okay, that
okay,
makes sense.
I'm letting it go. Like I don't care. I'm free. I'm about to fall off the cliff. Okay.
I don't like that
So
this shit been kind of been on. I mean, I like that it's on point for you, but I don't like that it's been kind of. Go ahead.
so that's the Fool card. So to me, this is like okay, like you want to like you kind of like want to take a chance. Like you're not like the unexpected is there, but like it's kind of like all right, I'm just gonna let go. I'm gonna see what the fuck happened.
Okay.
That's what I get from that. All right, maybe I'm gonna die, maybe I won't. That's what I get from that. So
it be
then
feeling that dramatic, y'all.
It'd be like that. So then it's the 9 of Swords, right? So remember I told y'all like the tarot cards, it goes from 1 to 10. So this is the 9. And then if you look at the picture, you see like the pillow. That's a pillow. And if you can't really see it in the camera, but you see like the white lines like this.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, it's a bed frame. But you can't see it in the camera, but
okay.
it's the outline of a bed frame. So the 9 of Swords is usually like something that's keeping you up at night. Like you're in your head. You know, like, all right, you know something happened throughout the day, or something happened, or it's a thing that you are constantly like thinking about. And at night you're like tossing and turning, you can't sleep, you're in your head about it, and it's just like basically like consuming you. This is how I was feeling when in 2020, when I was like going through that's how I was feeling. Like I can't sleep. I'm up. I'm watching tarot videos. Like I'm going crazy, whatever. So that's that. So I'm reading this as, wait, let me try to figure out the way to put it on the camera. All right. Okay, no, this call first.
The other
so
way.
I'm reading this.
Go out first.
Wait,
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to like position it right so I could talk right. But you know how this shit flips, so I'm confused. Okay, so I'm reading this as like you want to take a chance, right? In love, you want to take a chance. You want to just be like, fuck it and let go, right? But then you're also like super in your head about it. And maybe it could be like something like from the past, but something is like kind of like stopping you. It's like, all right, I want to take a chance, but then like I'm also like super like distraught about something that's kind of halting me from fully taking that chance. Does that make sense?
See, I was reading it the other way. Well, at least if I applied it to myself, because like you said, if it don't fit, then if it don't apply, let it apply.
So I do it by the way that I
as,
pull the card. So I pulled this first, and then this one popped up. But what you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, like there's something that you probably typically would be staying up over, overthinking and going through it, but you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna take that chance and see what the fuck happens. So that's where I'm at in my life. So
yeah. So I take it, I read the cards the way that they come out. So I split the deck. The first card is the leading card, and then the next card is the one that comes after that. So I read it from the first card and then to the next card. So that from that particular one, I got like I want to take a chance, but I'm also in my head about taking that chance. Like, damn, like do I let myself go all the way? Or is there something like from the past or something that I've went through that is holding me back from fully taking it all the way. That's how I
Okay.
would read that one. Sorry, one of the cards. So. But again, like the cards are down to your own interpretation. And the way that like the people read it, they read it based on typically you look at the card and you talk about how you feel. So different people may read it in a different type of way. Sorry y'all. So I fake shuffle 7 times. This is not a real shuffle.
Well, you better start practicing. Now you got a whole full deck. Get used to doing it. It's fine.
I really don't know how. Maybe I've been watching YouTube.
So this is the sad reading, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I got one more. Yeah, I don't know how to shuffle, so it'd be a discombobulated shuffle.
Some of these up.
So then I have the deck, and then what I do is like I'll split it. Excuse me. So I'll just like pull it up, and then whatever is there, and then I pull the one from the top. So I got the 9 of Pentacles first, and then the Tower. All right, let me see. All right, so the 9 of Pentacles, and I'm not 1,000% well versed in this. I just want y'all to know. So sometimes if it's not a card that I like frequently get, I have to like search it. Okay. So the 9 of Pentacles. Let me show y'all. Can you see?
Yeah. So like picking fruit or something. That's fruit or circles. Or...
Right. So the Pentacles is usually like coins, money, like something like that. But it's also like fruit bearing, I guess. Like you get what I'm saying? Like something. I see it as like something coming into fruition. Okay. So this is the 9 of Pentacles, and remember, it goes from 1 to 10. So this is 10 would be like the next and the highest one. So the 9 of Pentacles, let me see. So I feel like, to me, this is giving me like, oh, okay, like kind of how I feel about my plants. Like, oh, my baby, like, look at this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because if you look at can you see it?
Yeah.
If you look at the picture, she's happy, right?
Bring back this way.
And this way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. She's happy. You see she's smiling and she's picking. It's almost like she grew all, and if you notice, you see the plants around her? Yeah. It's almost like I grew all of this. Like, this is my harvest. Like, I grew this, I planted this, and I'm like, oh, shit. That's why I said, oh, look at my baby. Like, my babies is growing babies, right? So that kind of gives me, like, the conversation that we was having earlier when I was like, look at we wasn't having, but you know what I'm trying to say. When I was like, look at my baby's growing, right? So to me, this is kind of like the things that I've been trying to, like, if I was reading it for myself, the things that I was trying to, like, manifest, or the fruits of my labor is starting to, like, appear. Does that make sense? And I'm like, I'm happy about it. I'm like, I'm choosy. But then again, like I said, I don't normally get this card. So this was something I would like be like, all right, let me look at it. No. I'd be like, and let's see. I'd be like, y'all on my this is my journey. All right, so 9 of Pentacles. So the deck comes with a book. So they all come with like a little book, and it'll tell you like what the things mean. So 9 of Pentacles, it says spiritual and material satisfaction, personal achievement, inner peace, milestones met and celebrated, and the energy of a successful harvest and contentment. So exactly what I just said, right? Because that's what it looks like. If you look at the picture, it's like, it looked like she planted all of that shit, and she's like, oh, like an apple. Let me grab my apple. And she looked happy about it. So that's what I got from that card. All right, so then the next one is the Tower. So, all right, so the Tower, it usually means like something that's like is shaking up. Something is happening that's unexpected. But in this particular deck, can you see?
Yeah.
in this particular deck, it's a mix of like darkness and light, but then it's also butterflies and like sparklies at the same time. So the way that I view the tower is like something came to like shake it up, right? But in that disaster, something beautiful came from it. That's how I view the tower.
Okay.
So if I was to put these together now, because first, this is what I feel like I'm talking for mad long. That's why I want to do it. But so first, what I do is I read each card individually, and then I put the story together based on what I just read individually, what I just got from each card. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I see it as like putting in the work, trying to like, putting in the work. And because I put in, or because whoever put in the work, right? They are now harvesting, they're seeing shit turn in their favor because of the stuff. Because when you growing plants, based on this picture, a plant don't grow overnight. A garden doesn't grow overnight. That shit is some shit that's long term. So I see that as like, all right, long term work, and now you're seeing the fruits of your labor, right? Or your harvest or whatever. And then the tower. So all right, so I'm reading this as I put in the work, or you put in the work, and now you're seeing like things coming into fruition, and things may not go exactly how you expect them to go or how you want them to go. It may not be the person that you want or the thing that you want or whatever, right? But even if it's something that's unexpected, it's still going to be something that's going to be a beautiful outcome. That's how I would read that.
I heard it here.
But listen, but I don't know. Like I'm still, I need time.
No, that's fine. Listen, I can assure you, probably people like I told you, some of the stuff you be saying for Tauruses. Listen, sorry y'all, because I didn't finish my thing. My drink was hitting, but it resonates with some people. Yeah, so I'm saying like it's definitely gonna resonate with somebody.
Yeah, like I like to take
I feel like
time.
mine did somewhat.
Yeah, I like candles. I just put the lamp on. I turn the light off. Like I have to meditate first. Like I have to be in like a Zen space, because if I'm doing it and I'm anxious or something like that, I may be rushing in. Like, all right, I gotta hurry up and do this. Right. So I try not to do it when I'm like that. I have to relax myself first. I gotta be relaxed. I gotta sit in my chair. Anyway. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing like some just like regular like love readings outside of the what you call it, so that you guys can get like a little bit, not more in depth, but so that the show is not long as fuck, because I know y'all probably be like, these bitches is taking mad long.
But I have like, we appreciate y'all though.
A lot of mercy.
If you made it to the end, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we just want y'all to do a couple of things before you go. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you are subscribed, share with your friends. Let them know how dope we are and we cute. So tell them that too. Make sure to click the links in our bio to get you rated on the game. Y'all can follow us on Instagram. Our social media tags are down there. You can even put that notification bell so you don't even miss the newest uploads.
All right. And sorry, go ahead.
Make sure you're following, like I said, our social media pages. Comment, say hello, drop comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed anything we said tonight. Anything. We could have just said hi and y'all liked the way it sounded. Click that. Click the like. Now, what you about to say, Nikki?
We actually have a new product out now. It's called Drip, which is a Drip, guys, DRIP, which is a CBD infused intimacy serum, because I don't know what was just happening. So it's a CBD infused intimacy serum. It was about to do the same thing. Yeah, it smells like chocolate covered oranges. And it is for anything that you want it for. So it could be a lube, it could be a massage oil, it could be because you just want to lotion your skin or moisturize your skin. But that
You
is
wanna smell
also
edible.
available on our website, thepinkholetoystore.com, which you can also get Rated R the Game. So
Yeah.
make sure I get it. And Drip is actually coming with blindfolds where you could choose the option that you want. So you could choose Eat
Custom
Me,
blindfolds.
Love Me, Slippery When Wet. We got some options, y'all. But yeah, we're gonna see y'all next week. 2 girls,
Same time.
1 struggle, dating lives. I mean, it's getting a little better. It's getting a little
What
bit,
y'all
a
think?
little
Leave
bit better.
comments down below. Let us know.
We gonna see. We gonna see. Anyway, y'all, we gonna see y'all next time.
Same time, same place. Peace.
2 girls, 1 struggle, pour it up, make it double, time to spill the tea. Tired of the dating scene, I'm just trying to find a bank. But the games they wanna play, only if it's rated R, maybe then I'll show my cards.